Hey, welcome to the video. Today I'm going to be giving a small beginner's introduction to Interchange. I'm not going to go too in depth. I'll be using this map on your screen as a reference. In the top left will be your outdoors. I'll be showing you the spawn points, the exit locations, and I'll give you a small run through the map to show you some stores that you can loot where I find some nice loot. The top left here, on the map I'm referencing, you'll see 4 X's, red X's. Those will be your spawn locations on the map. You won't spawn in the exact location every time, but you'll spawn in roughly that area on the map. And it's important to know this for reference as I'm trying to show this to beginners so they can begin to learn the map instead of just wandering in the map without knowing anything. Another thing you're going to want to be careful for is Killa. Killa is a very deadly scav boss on this map and he will come out of nowhere and he is very, very dangerous. Although if you kill him, he does have some very nice loot that you can take. On this map that's on the screen, I'll only be working with the first floor today. The second floor is mostly PvP, and I'm going to save that for another video, so let's talk about some spawn points. Now this will be your southeast spawn point, also one of the locations for the exfil that I'll be getting to in a little bit. Now this spawn point isn't that hard. Down the straight to the left, you'll want to be careful of other players spawning down by the power station. Other than that, you can go wherever you want, but I like to go up the ramp into the back of alley, and then you can hook up with the path that I'll be showing you here in just a little bit. Now let's switch over to the power station. This is one, there's no extract here, but you can loot this power station if you spawn here, or you can jump right into the map, which is something I like to do. Go right up the ramp into back of Idea, and you can check Idea office, or hook up on with the map that are the route I'll be showing you here in just a bit. Also, you want to watch down the street to the right for the Idea extract. Players will attack spawn points, so that's something to be careful for. Now we got our Idea spawn point. Over here, out front of Idea in the northwest area, is one area that you'll also be extracting from. When you spawn here, you are kind of in the open, so down the street to the left there towards the power station can be players. They can spawn in the middle of the road, and they'll also spawn down to the right at the other end of the parking lot. But I like to head into Idea and start right on the path that I'll be showing you here in the video. Now, this is the last spawn area that I'll be showing you, right in front of Ali. This spawn location can be a little tricky. Players will spawn down by the sign. You can get up in there and snipe. There's some stairs. Players will also spawn behind you down the road. Something to be wary of. Players love to attack spawn points. But other than that, let's get in the mall so I can show you a few things. Here we're going to enter right in the front of alley. When you come into alley, you're going to want to be very careful of players coming in the back of alley from the southeast spawn point, and scavs love to spawn in alley. If you end up finding the cash register key, you can loot the cash registers in front, grab some extra dollars. You've seen we just passed the parking garage. I won't be talking much about that, but you will want to watch players coming through the parking garage early. Here you see the map in the top right for reference. If you want to follow along, check out these stores. I'll show you how I got through. I'll also post the map in the description down below so you can check out the map that I used. I'll head up this escalator right by alley and check out Tech Light, a tech store that I love to always loot if I can, and if it's not looted. It can be a high activity player early on, so you'll want to check out for other players about 5 minutes in. They could be heading down, or other players will spawn in the back of alley, also coming up the escalators. You want to make sure to be checking every shelf in Tech Light. You can find graphics cards, gas analyzer stuff for quests. There's even an AK spawn in the back. Just check everything. You can find a bunch of good things. You want to bring home all the phones. I checked this little area too, so you can find some rare spawns, some meds. Head down the escalator, take the left, and let's check out Techo. This is another tech store that I like to loot. I have found Tetrises here, graphics cards, circuit boards that trade for 69 mags, Gmod analyzers, some things you need for quests. You want to look up and make sure what you know you need for quests, and what you know you can trade and barter to some of the traders for things. We'll head out to the left, go 2 stores down, we'll take a right into Rasmussen. Be checking all the shelves on the left and the right. You'll be looking for small things like UV lamps, lights, graphics cards, other small things that you might need for quests that could be worth money. Now as you come out into the mall, this is the center of the mall, so you want to be very aware. People could be coming up from underneath in the parking garage, won't be talking much about. I'm passing a store on the left, Attic and Generic. Generic has some nice loot, and you can find some loot in there. I'll be entering Kiba Weapons Store here. You need 2 keys to enter. One could be kind of expensive and it spawns in Goshan. I won't be talking much about it. The other one you can get from a quest line. You can also buy it on the flea market. Now when you come into Kiba, you want to check all the walls for guns. They have modded guns that spawn on the walls. There's a little cabinet in the back right. You want to check for gun. When you come right in the door on the left, it'll be mannequins. Sometimes that spawn some armor on them. You want to check all the shelves for some nice attachments, suppressors. Check that box for grenades, and then head on out over to Brutal. I only run through here to check for the hoses. You can find some hoses in here that you really can't find most of the time anywhere else. Then we'll head on over to Mantis, and Mantis will be looking for some meds. You can oftentimes find a lot of meds, morphines, IFACs, Suelas, a bunch of other things. You can check the jackets there. I don't really search jackets. There's a duffel bag in the back. There's also a rare loot spawn in the back. You can find rollers, gold chains, chainlets. You can find some other things back here. You can check the duffel and the jacket if you want. I do not check those things in this video. Sort your loot, put what you want to keep in your safe container, and then head on out. I go up to the right. You can go through Viking here. Avoid main contact with the main entrance there. It can be a very deadly area. Sometimes an area where Killer likes to hang out as well. Head down the hallway. We're going to be coming in the back of Trend here, right by Idea. We're going to head over to Idea, kind of avoiding the escalator area, looking out for players coming up in Idea. We're going to come through the back side here. There'll be a duffel bag on the right that you could check if you like. You could look for car batteries in there. You can find some other things. Look under the table for some figurines. You could check the entertainment centers through here as you go. You can find horse figurines and some other things throughout. There's duffel bags I do not search in this video. Here I check this entertainment center. Oftentimes you can find a line. It's worth a lot of money. Come into offices here. Check the right side only for loot on the shelves. You see I found a phone. There's a drill on bottom that I really wasn't interested in. You come in here, check the desks, check the shelves. See I found a circuit board, a hard drive I couldn't fit, another phone. I sort out my loot, keeping what I want. You realize that oftentimes you have maybe you'd have killed some scavs, you maybe have some extra guns, have some other small things that you have to sort out. Put in your safe container duffel bag if you want to check it. You can head on out right at the front of Idea, where I'll be showing you 1 out of 2 Eggsville locations. I realize I am talking a little fast, moving a little fast, but I don't like to waste your time nor my time. So I like to get things done. If you want to slow down the video or pause it, feel free to do so. So we go out front of Idea. Obviously there's more than one way to get to the northwest Eggsville. I just come out in this video, I go along the fence line and I run out, oftentimes into the spawn area. Again, you want to use references, make pointed references on the map, areas that you know and you can remember so that you can remember the map. Focus on hot spots, places you like to go, places you know are nice to loot, where scavs spawn. Just pay attention to those things. You head on back here to the construction area. The Eggsville location will be in the back corner by the train. There ain't much to say. I'll let you guys do the watching. So head towards this Eggsville here. I'll be going over the second Eggsville in just a moment. Other than that, I hope you get out of your raid safe, get some nice loot, and enjoy the new 11.7 patch. As you come up to the exit here, you might want to be wary of players coming along the bottom of this train bridge here, along the right side, or maybe even the back left. You can go deep along the wall and get to the Eggsville a couple different ways. We'll head on over to our southeast Eggsville. We'll be coming through Alley here, right at the bottom of the escalator where we went upstairs and checked Tech Light at the beginning. You'll see here past the cash registers, there'll be some shelves. You can oftentimes find gas analyzers and maybe some other small things. We'll come to the back of Alley, stick into the shadows. Oftentimes this can be a hot area too, as other players are trying to extract or maybe come in from the spawn area. Alley, you really want to keep your awareness up. Move through the back here along the wall, and I'm going to dip out the back. And oftentimes as you come out the back of Alley and go outside, there'll be some scavs maybe close if they haven't been killed yet. Scavs like to spawn down below by the parking garage. Just some other things to be wary of. Keep a heads up as you're coming out the back. Players could be running the wall along the right side or coming down the street along the left, because they're also looking to exit the map. So I'm just running through the middle here. You can come up on the right, you can come up along the back, be sneaky, come through the trees in the back left. Try not to be seen. For reference purposes, I'll be coming right down the street. And you just want to get to this semi-trailer here, and this will be your Eggsville. Other than that, I appreciate you more than anything for checking out my video. I hope you have a good patch, have some good raids, grab that loot, kill Killa.